Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Now, this is going to be a slightly different reading because one, well, it's not different at all. One, I don't know where this is going, but two, this is not technically a question that was submitted in the comments down below. That's where you normally can suggest future readings. Blah blah blah. This was a comment just left in response to the reading about the latest reading about civil war and was Elon Musk right? And it's inspiring me somehow. I'm getting a download, a nudge. Yeah. So it's one of those ones where I don't quite know what the question is, but it's resonating. There's something there. All right, so that's one of them ones. We've never done this one before, but it's one of them ones, if we've ever done one similar. So I hope you're doing well, trying to keep out of mischief, all that good stuff. I think perusing down the fabulous comments, a majority, some of them are raw, but they're really good on that particular video. I obviously must have misspoke in some way, shape or form concerning the obviously Doors and I are currently in the process of looking for land to build a farm and all that kind of stuff and all that jazz. The reason why it was fascinating about the contradictions, what I highlighted there for what's the best way to describe it? For the types of sizes of land and like self-designation as a farm or small holding, and then like at under 12 acres, at 12 acres, at 30 acres. Because this is on the government website. This contradiction of what a farm is, bunny flops to them. The reason why 12 acres is a fabulous time, okay, and from my own health issues and stuff over the years, is very similar to PIP, if you've ever been on that and that kind of stuff, and disability allowance and stuff like that. Once you get to a certain level, below 12 acres, they're still considered, self-recognition as a farm kind of thing, small holding, whatever you want to call it. But 12 is the magic number because at 12, it unlocks, similar to PIP, if you get a certain amount of points, it unlocks, you level up, you get the car, you get this, it's almost like Bullseye back in the day. I've seen, let's look at what you could have won. But you then get, you get the bolt-ons and the add-ons and the level up, and that's the game and all that kind of. 12 acres is what it is on farms. Because once you're at 12 acres, you have additional legal powers, which includes basically, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm just kind of my research here, fast tracking and easier support and on all the planning permissions and stuff like that. It unlocks that kind of cavern of joy and opportunities and stuff like that. And then at 30 acres, that's when you can apply for grants for planting trees and other things and all that kind of stuff. So that it's that kind of weird, even though all of them are farms or small holdings in some at that size anyway. But at certain levels, you get extra goodies. You get the extra leveling up of that kind of shenanigans. It's just fascinating. That's why it was really confusing when I was trying to but I obviously misspoke. 12 acres is, if you're looking into this kind of stuff, 12 acres is the magic number, because then you have permitted planning consent, planning rights to pretty much build anything you want. It's not going through a process, it's fast-tracked. You've got permitted rights to build a barn. You've got permitted rights to, after a certain amount of time, to build dwellings for farm staff and stuff like that. Depending on the industry, obviously farming, within the farming industry, kind of pigs or market, a market garden, that kind of thing. and other small technicalities. But that's basically it. You get to that point where, and then all of a sudden it's, you just put in a notification that you're going to build this farm, or sorry, the barn or the dwelling or something like that. And the council's basically got 28 days to go. But because you're a farm at 12 acres, it's pretty much kind of ushered through, and you get it, compared to having to go to appeal and do the doobly-doo and the whatnots and the stuff like that. Do you see what I mean? It's a weird kind of game after 12 acres. Anyway, so because some people have mentioned that they're looking into it and stuff like that. Anything less than 12 acres, you have to have planning permission no matter what. 12 is onwards is the fun part. So do your own research as always, but that's what I've gleaned from this, and it's frightfully interesting. So, but I think it's in every department. I'm sure it's getting to a point now where there is a magic number, a magic score, a magic kind of rating, that if you get that threshold, it suddenly unlocks to other things. So if you know of other departments in the government where there's a magic number of which you suddenly have fun and frolics and other exciting things unlocked for you as you're leveling up in the game of whatever department it is, put them down below. Let's have a cheat sheet down below. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I misspoke, and I'm a doofus for it. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. Like I said, it's more of a statement, more of a comment than a question. And this came in from Simple Simon. Hello, Simple Simon, who goes, thanks for the reading, even though it says what we do not want to see become manifest. It very much is what we need to know. Exactly. Thank you very much. Thanks for understanding, my sweet pea. And the other people were wondering why I don't release. I even mentioned that I don't release certain readings if I don't feel like I should. Kind of like self-preservation kind of thing. Because history now shows us we do not have freedom of speech. So it's kind of a little bit I don't know, this came out a bit, this could be perceived as something or other, and it's not a place that I particularly want to be, but that's what's happening. So on that comment, some people have mentioned it. In other readings, you have suggested that an early general election is likely. Yes, I believe so, yes. This would be this will be the best possible action and hopefully occur before any civil disobedience turns nasty. Hopefully too, yes. King Charles III has the power to dissolve Parliament whether or not the PM wants it. And also Simple Simon is planning to move home. Away from the big city for what Pinky to a small town village. Just to hope to get there in time, most definitely. And another thing that I've mentioned or was commented on, and like I said, not a lawyer, not an accountant, and I have no kind of. I hate Excel. Hate it. What we are doing, indoors and I, and have been, and it's not just us two, several of us, is. And friends and family and stuff like that, trying to not personally own things anymore. Okay? This is gonna do your own research. Don't take my word for it. But let a legal entity own things. Be it a limited company, a trust, whatever it may be. Don't own anything. That's how the big boys do it, all the billionaires, millionaires and all that kind of stuff, and you wonder, how do they get away with it, cheeky sods? They don't get away with it. They just use the system that's there for all of us. It's available to all of us. We should all be doing it. So and it's not tax dodging, because if it was tax dodging, then quite frankly the rules wouldn't be there. in my humble opinion. And like I said, I'm not a lawyer and I can't, blah, 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 stuff like that. So that's something that I would very much suggest you look into. And also, don't do it yourself. This is, and I acknowledge I am failing on this one, is I don't believe that, and I've mentioned this before several times, I don't believe that we should be separate in families. So, for example, like parents, 2 kids grow up, okay? So there's now suddenly 3 households, 3 sets of bills, 3 electricity, 3 water, 3 gas, etc., 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 3 council rates, all that jazz. Instead, how I see it is that there should be kind of going back to more of an Eastern kind of philosophy in some respects, where there is a generational home, but you've all got your own space. So you've, 3 dwellings, or, the old dears are in, not a granny annex, but, reasonably nice place, which is connected to one of the humble abodes, if need be, that kind of thing. It's that kind of out of the box thinking. And and if no one owns it, if you see what I'm saying, and if no one, personally is involved, then all of a sudden there's more flexibility there. And once again, do your own research. Don't take like verbatim, anyone's verbatim voice thing, Bob. Yes, will it take a little time to set up, but then it is all protected. It's all the assets are in a pool. Then a individual kind of pass me down kind of inheritance tax and all that jazz. All right. So it's more about shares, share ownership, and which sounds a little bit cooperative, I understand. Or another way of looking into it, to look into this is the family. What do they call it? Family office. I think it's referred to. You can see there's some YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. The like people setting up a family. There's some family. I'm missing a word, but it's a family office. I think there's another word in the middle, but who are basically a committee of throughout the different family branches, meet a couple like once a month, and then they vote on what's going to happen to the assets and that kind of thing. It's a bit more of but there's a central office that they all participate in. Yeah, we'll do more about that at some point, I'm sure. However, I was intrigued about the middle paragraph, but I just quite liked that we're all on the same page at the bottom there. So in other readings, we have suggested that there's an early generation likely. There's best possible action, hopefully before any civil disobedience turns nasty. So let's have a look at that bit first. But like I said, this feels as if we're just going to go with the flow on this one. This feels a bit kind of off on a different shenanigans. So we'll go with the flow on this one. I've been told to shuffle these as well for this particular part, and I'm already being told which next deck to use. So all right, so let's have a come in. What we're doing, best possible action, hopefully occur before any civil disobedience turns nasty. King Charlie Boy 3 has the power to dissolve that one. Dissolve Parliament. Whether or not the PM wants him to. Change of plans. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. Reviewing the situation, persevering through. 3 of... sorry. Why did I say that? 3 of Swords would be heartbreak. The 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. This new foundation here. So stuck, basically the 6 of Swords in reverse is pretty much the 8 of Swords upright. Entrapped, stuck, kind of a baggage, kind of they don't know what to do. It's very much stuck in the mud, yeah? Oh, sorry, I didn't realise we had that still on. Kind of energy here. 3 of Pentacles here is a foundation, the beginnings of something new. Normally it's depicted by three people. One of them is holding the blueprint to the foundation of the cathedral they have just built. And it's like marveling at their workmanship. It's not the full cathedral, it's the foundations. So, interesting. I've been told tea leaf after these. Like I said, I'm just following the flow on this one. And the tea leaf comes in 2 piles. And I'm being told the one... No, I'm not. I'm being slapped down. I've been told this one. All right. All right. I heard you. Oh, I'm getting told off now. So, if you enjoy how I read, then please thumb me like. I genuinely help out it generally helps out the channel so much, and I very much appreciate everyone doing that. Same with if subscribe, dingling the bell, come and join the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody. So please come and join the village. Evil Simple Simon's moving from the big shit here to the Greatest Good. Everyone is coming to join the village. But yeah, it's this is Wishbone on the Wonk. So a wish feels like it's being blocked. I'm even while I'm shuffling these, I'm trying to work out what do you even title this reading. Overarching energy, basket in reverse. Basket in reverse is recognition, reward for merit. Well, there is definitely no rewards. No rewards for you. Wishbone on the wonk. So okay, so as they came out. All right. So this one is on the wonk as well. But young woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman on the wonk. This is in reverse. Victory in some endeavor. No victory. Dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend, and that was on the wonk as well. So there's friendships involved here. I've quite literally got the you scratch your back, I'll scratch mine kind of malarkey, kind of shenanigans going on there. That is clearly not the phrase, but you get what I'm saying. Wishbone on the wonk. This feels blocked. Younger woman, I feel like that's Raina. That's the new starter in Starmer being replaced by Raina that keeps coming up. She normally turns up as the Queen of Wands. Or I should say her team, her close allies, her... because there is a definite masculine energy to the Queen of Wands when it comes out. So that's why I'm like, well, it could be her and her close male advisor kind of energy, yeah? But either way, that's that. But it's not, it's being blocked. So, yeah. So, this is odd because of this perseverance, the 7 buttons, 7 of Pentacles. Because this feels as if it's almost Charlie Boy doesn't want to get involved. It's that kind of energy. Where am I going with this now? I'm going to go with oh, hold on, stuck up. Queen of Swords. Don't know why that came out. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Can be a bit of a knee-jerk reactor. Is a bit cold. Could be considered bitter in this reading for some reason. But either way, it's like truth, fact. Saying as it is kind of thing. I've been told... Am I shuffling or cutting on this one? Cutting. Okay. 3 of each. Okay. So 3 on each. Because this... I can't work out... I'm tapping into what this... I feel like this is the... their own comeuppance, Labour Party. This feels as if this is. I was hoping that I was going to get tapped into getting the nudge of what exactly that is, but it feels as if it's like Labour Party 2.0 somehow, but it doesn't feel as if it's. It doesn't feel like it's the civil disobedience. It doesn't feel like this is the problem. We went in with this as like, okay, this is a statement. Hopefully we're going to get some clarity from this statement in this reading. But this is definitely Labour. This, I have no idea. And it's bugging me. But let's just do these. Hopefully this is going to bring a bit more kind of doobly-doo to this. Because they're not even looking. Obviously, I look at the pretty pictures. Six of Swords in reverse. The frog is hiding almost. It's like going to the left. It's not even involved. So, 3. Housing issues. Hiding something. For the greater good. Lovely. Right. Positive outcome. Offering. Not clear. Moon. Not clear. Similar energies to hiding something. Health crisis. Overarching energy. Cyber attack. That keeps coming up as kind of you, me, people on having an opinion online, people like YouTubers, that kind of thing. The persistence of it, the consistency of it, the amount of, I don't know how many weeks, months it needs to be trending on Twitter about stuttering Starmer in some way, shape or form, go. Then it before people kind of acknowledge it, if you get what I'm saying. We must be in the hundreds, maybe millions at this point. I was going to say hundreds of thousands, but probably millions of like tweets like in just 10 months of everyone just like, go, for goodness sake, why are you still doing it? Before we even get into the tweets about Lord Ali, allegedly, or the tweets about the Ukrainians, allegedly, or the, just all the other bits and pieces around in it, just personally him. Oh, this is like His Majesty government, His Majesty's, it's the infrastructure, it's the police, it's the workforce, it's the NHS, it's the all answer to, or are supposedly answering to, representatives of the crown. This is just the government, yeah, and this is all the other institutions. Right. Okay. Right. So, sorry, it smacked me around the face there. Like it hurt. So it's almost as if it's almost as if, and the moon here, the unclear, is there. It's like the civil service, them working in the background, working people for the positive outcome. Yeah, it will be positive, but some reason it's almost like they're being exposed here. There's some form of, because the victory is in reverse, but it's a positive outcome. It's like they are being exposed for somehow keeping this on track. Yeah. Let's use the dinky deck about the Charlie Boy element. I'm so glad we like me, Muggins here, understands what these two are. because so the government Labour Party wish not coming true, and it's gonna be a situation where what they are hiding here, they are going, oh, but it's for the greater good. It was all meant, we were trying to protect people, blah blah blah. But I'm trying to work out kind of like what the offering is. It's so Charlie Boy in the middle. Let's have a look at Charlie Boy in the middle here. What's going on? That one, okay. Doopy doopy doo. That one as well. All right, fair enough. Notice they're not jumping out. I always, for the new boys and girls, and I don't know if I've mentioned this for a while or not, like that one. That one is determination. That one there is quite a forceful energy. The other two sneaked out as if, shh, we don't talk about this. Victory, success. We don't want to talk about this, yeah? Tower. Sun card, Ace of Swords. Huh. The Tower here feels like an ultimatum of some kind. And it's interesting that the Sun card has come out technically twice here. It feels as if this here is connected to this side, kind of pulling rank. Him and his team, pulling rank. Especially with the dog here. Kind of pleasure with a close friend. It feels as if like close connections, but it's more like sorting stuff out. But notice the Tower was the one that really kind of was quite violent out. Okay, change, complete shakedown. It does feel like self-preservation as an industry. Oh, I keep saying industry recently. It's my buzzword. Keep talking about small holdings and farms with indoors, and everything is like, oh, we could do that industry, and it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Institution was what I wanted to say. But industry is just on the tip of my tongue. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so the Tower card here, huge shake-up. It's like, not in my name. It's like, it feels almost as if it's so angry that it's kind of like spitting venom. It feels like that kind of real, I wouldn't say spite, but it's like, it's just like, venomous. It's like real. It's like when someone is like turns red from kind of absolute like frustration and anger, kind of energy. It's like, oh, how dare you push to this level? That kind of, you listen. Yeah, kind of energy. This is not a time for you to speak. I am, kind of, very kind of Morse codey kind of, do you know what I mean? To the point. And it's fascinating how, like, this offering here is kind of, it feels more like solutions to get out of this crazy. But I am very much so the civil service kind of ilk, happy, joy, Sun card, right? Because they're blocking this victory. Sun card on Charlie Boy, because the shake-up has come, okay? Their wish ain't granted, Yeah, it's blocked by these two institutions. And before we get to victory and success with the Six of Wands, with the overarching energy, what's the underlying energy for this? I hate to say it. I don't like saying it, but people keep like occasionally commenting in the doobly-doo comments, going, "Well, what's your track record on things? What can people? What have you predicted that's come true?" kind of thing. So I don't like saying it, but it's like, it very much comes across masculine though. Masculine energy. So that's why I'm gets very confusing. If this is, maybe she might be a tomboy kind of like energetically, right? It doesn't bother me, right? It's a modern world. It's all right. But, you do you, boo. But that's why I keep like getting very confused if this is actually Raina or like close advisor. Yeah? But either way, I hate to say I told you so. Right, so. Anyway, so we've got this. Finally, people are pulling rank. I said rank here. And it feels as if it's. I want to find out. I'm running out of decks here. Have I got another? I said deck. Cool, get your mind out the gutter. I'm going to use this deck again. Of what triggers this tower from Charlie Boy and his kind of team, the palace and stuff like that. What triggers this tower, please, for the greatest good? So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Like I said, I'm just going with the flow. So hope you're enjoying your slurp, whatever you brought with you. Maybe some biscuits. Enjoy, treat yourself with a nice bourbon. Oh, hello. Oh, knocking things left, right, and centre here. So I've been told 3 cards here. So Tower, Vision, Intent, 8 of Cups, moving on. King of Wands has been stuttering Starmer for a while. And Knight of Wands, taking action. Hawk Lady, very lovely indeed. We're not liking what you're building. Quite literally, we're not liking what you're building. This feels like in the reverse. This garden is not growing. You're not nurturing it. You're not taking care of it. You're not keeping up with your responsibilities with it. It's withering. It's dying. What on earth is going on? 8 of Swords, trapped. Coming back over here with the government, trapped. Like I said, I told you so. So very much. I don't even know how we're going to do this. I'm running out of space, my dears. I'm running out of space. So this is Stutter and Starmer, eyes on the prize. Constantly on eyes on the prize. We still don't know what this prize is because he is allegedly Vision, but he is a wet blanket and he doesn't actually know what he wants, it seems. 8 of Cups, moving away from people, leaving Stuttering Starmer and like taking this in a different direction. All right, so this is down here, moving on into the new, going into the general election, taking over leadership, that kind of stuff. So that's still literally still on the cards. It's still happening. It's going to happen. We all know that. I'm going to put them just up there so they're just slightly out of the way. But I love the fact that it's Hawk Lady that comes out, because it's like, this feels like a prevention to something. Let's have a look at the outcome. No, let's have a look at the Kipper deck. Can I have a card for each kind of party in this, please? So 1 for Charlie, 1 for Labour, 1 for civil servants, 1 for Stutter and Starmer, please. Thank you. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. But yeah, this is phenomenal. We're still, at the moment, because that when I first saw the tower, I thought that was the disobedience, what we were talking about in the comments from Simple Simon. But that feels like boardroom, flunkies round each side of the board, like the table, CEO kind of Charlie boy leaning on the spouting like blah, blah, blah kind of thing. That's what the image I got there for that. So let's have a look here for Labour. Oh, caught in legals. The judicial system. Really need to find out what this hiding something is. Am I doing this one or this one? This one. Okay. So, civil servants trying to be all innocent about it. Oh. Why are they being all innocent about it? Oh, we were just following orders. We didn't mean, Mature woman. It feels as if that's Liz, Queen Liz, because it's almost as if we've got to, because she didn't publicly anyway, interfere in this respect, and it's almost like reflection on what Mummy did compared to what am I going to do, because I think it was one of the. Was it George or Edward or someone? They did intervene at some point in the early 1900s. Kind of, I'm sure that was the last time before Liz got involved. But yeah, it just feels as if like it's reflecting on should I, shan't I sort of thing. Starmer. Message of concern. Yeah, in it just. Everyone's leaving you, mate. Overarching energy. Coffin. Death to the situation. Death to the whole shenanigans. Underlying energy. Unexpected income. I think this is the wealth of the situation. The happy, joy of the situation. This doesn't feel like finding money behind the sofa. This doesn't feel like a bribe. This doesn't feel like anything like that. This just feels like the value, helping each other out kind of thing. The worth of it. To try and keep everything back on track. Okay. So this is phenomenal. So they're trying to play sweet innocent. They're trapped in some sort of legalese thing. What are they hiding? 8 of Cups. Moving on for the victory. Cool. Throat chakra going there. What are Labour hiding? Okay. All right. This is being. I've just been warned. Be careful, Sonny Jim, kind of thing. What are Labour hiding? Hiding something. What are Labour hiding? And what I've said before, I ain't gonna, freedom of speech and all that malarkey. We've got to be careful. But, hello. Some sort of transaction wasn't correct. Some sort of like the King of Pentacles is the glorified accountant in the deck. But normally it's about value and worth and connections and stuff like that. King of Pentacles in reverse to me is a dodgy transaction. Almost like off the books. Kind of cash in hand kind of energy. If you get me. In the negative way. Not the positive, the negative way. Something, and we got 3 of Cups. It was something about they were all involved. They authorized it. Overarching energy. Five of Cups. The Three of Cups here fallen. Three of, yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? These three have fallen. I've fallen and I can't get up. That, they've been caught in this. I don't want to say fraud, but there's definitely some sort of mismanagement of resources. I don't think it's money. It feels more like resources. It feels more. I'm sitting like quartermaster kind of energy, where you're checking out certain things from the pool of resources, and they're not being checked back in. There's not, but the three fall. They for the greater good. They're trying to cover this up. There's something here, underlying energy. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups feels as if this is. This feels like we're streeting. Queen of Cups. Because of like NHS, taking care of people, calm, collective, comfortable, making people careful, that kind of energy. So it's definitely not West Streeting, because he's separate in this bit. All right. So it's not, but it feels as if. Oh, this is something to do with mismanagement of. It's a whole debacle. It feels as if it's a whole debacle with paying off the doctors, and then they're going on strike, allegedly, possibly, maybe at the moment as I do this, and then it's like, but we've thrown like 20 billion into the NHS or whatever, and there's something not adding up in all of this, but I'm not able to tap into it. It's. I'm literally going to put this on the record. I don't know how it fits here, but this is the metaphor I'm getting. Okay, it's something to do, like going back to the PPE scandal, mayhem, crazy, right? Right at the beginning of COVID, trying to obtain everything, people, vested interests, MPs that may or may not should have, kind of thing. Yeah, all that kind of malarkey. This is something remarkably similar, but a lot closer to home. It's some sort of mismanagement of this. Like I said, this feels like resources. That's why I like thinking PPE. This feels like mismanagement of resources, not allocating them correctly, some sort of shenanigans in that respect, which focuses on specifically three high-profile people, working people within the Labour Party, which is a whole legal kind of shenanigans. But streeting feels separate to this. Yeah, it's like it feels like Five of Cups is the situation. It's not the person. The Queen of Cups feels as if it happened behind his back, or he didn't authorize it, or that he in some way, shape, or form he turns out to be clean, and it's three others that are, at least three others, but it's just coming up as threes twice, that are causing the mischief. Okay, but we're so far removed from like Disobedience and Rocket Man. It's just slipped out down here, so that's like social media again. Oh, I'm being a donut. I'm such a donut. I am such a donut. So when Rocket Man, Elon Musk, Daddy Elon Musk, with X, came out, this heat wave underneath. So passions of the people, working people, talking on social media and stuff like that. And like a donut, like an absolute fool. I'm talking about some sort of resources and health and all that kind of stuff over here, but West Street. And it's right there, staring me in my flipping face. My silly, stupid, fat face. I am silly. I am silly sausage right now. I'm a fool. Fool of a took. Okay. This is something to do. This is something to do with some sort of abnormal amount of deaths. It's not end of the situation. It's some sort of like there's data involved that doesn't add up. Because I've got manipulated. It's look at all the cards that slipped, and it just showed like manipulating the data, there's something here involving what do they call it? Excess death? No, it's not access, is it? That'd be weird. Excess deaths, like phenomenal amount of deaths. Right. This is not end of the situation. This is a specific cover of a like preposterous level. So let's see the outcome of this. Let's see the outcome. Notice, which I'm grateful for, and in this reading, civil disobedience kind of like thing isn't involved in this. This feels more about the triggering of it, but obviously we'll use the outcome deck to find out what's going on here. So, but the Ace of Swords makes more sense. The Ace of Swords on Charlie Boy, and that's why he's spitting, because it's like you all knew this. What I'm being reminded about, and this is not it, all right? I want to underline that multiple times. This is not it, but this is akin to the dodgy blood transfusion stuff, like the people still trying to get in compensation and support. I think they just I can't remember if they just got it or not. Waspy Women definitely didn't get it. Post office still haven't got it. They said they were or weren't going to do it, but have they actually got paid? I don't know. But it's that kind of scandal. There is something here that triggers this entire. It's almost like the last straw kind of energy. So let's have a look at the outcome here. I'm going to cut the. I'll do this traditionally. Okay, all right. Outcome. Do this traditionally. Here we go. Security trying to hold on tight. 3 of Cups again. Yes. 3 of Cups. I don't know if this is. I was going to say 3 businesses. But I don't know. Because it didn't feel right. When I reflected on it, kind of the energy of it doesn't feel right. One of them could be a business. One of them could be, or at least 2 of them could be kind of like actual government people. But one of them does when is a business not about an institution? That doesn't resonate quite right. Corporation? Well, that's similar to a business. So I'm going through buzzwords to see how it resonates. What's the other ones? What's the other, like, what's the word I'm looking for to see if it resonates? Or it's already building, so it is it. Quango. Oh, it's a Quango. Okay. Tower again. Yes. Okay. Burden. This feels like it's a burden. It's not the end of the road. This is like baggage. This is going back to the Eight of Swords in or Six of Swords in reverse. That baggage. Yeah. Reviewing the situation. The Knight of Cups. Wounded warrior defending the ground. That kind of thing. So this here. This here is where the disobedience comes in. Here. This is where it the Knight of Cups. Problem is I'm being drowned by the spitting venom of the tower, Charlie Boy and his ilk. Yeah, it's just that it's really kind of drowning the rest of the cards completely. It's just blah kind of energy. I can't really pick up on that Knight of Cups. Divinely guided. Six of Pentacles, give and take. That feels like some sort of compensation there. Heartbroken. Three of Pentacles again. Ha. Authorization. King of Swords. This is authority. Yeah. So the civil servants are going to proclaim their innocence and stuff like that, but really, they executed the transactions. They moved the paperwork around. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. This is a big scandal. And they're all involved in it. This feels as if this is not just left or right. This is like lots of people involved from all sides. Some sort of cover up of some sort of health issue, but it feels like proper devastating, whatever it is. I'm really trying to cut into what that is. Yeah. Which is interesting because right at the beginning we had basket. I'm just being drawn to this again. And it's just one of those situations where the basket is pretty much the tower card. So we've had the tower card, 3 times now? So let's have a look. Out in the cold, failure. Yeah. This is yet another failure. This is it. Right. The 9 of Wands. This is the taking care of each other. Sweet dreams. Wow. Looking after each other. That feels like weirdly. Okay, that's weird. That feels like hospice. That feels like care of some sort of, yeah, overarching energy. Robbery. This could be stealing of data. This could be stealing of the resource. It's not just it, I've been told. It's not just the data. There's something here. Because they're looking after each other. This is the civil disobedience because it's looking after the community. Yeah, finding comfort because satisfaction because of this Six of Pentacles compensation, making things right, which is divinely guided. But the heartbreak here, leaning into that faith, leaning into that support, leaning into that pleasant place that I was just told there. Even though this is a spiritual card, okay, it feels more like hospice. It feels more caring. kind of like, I don't mean this sexually, but like intimate in that way, kind of care. Winds of change. The winds of change. This feels like the last straw, but it means it feels as if that they know this is coming. And it feels as if but they don't realize how big the backlash is going to be. Like, on top of the housing issues, well, obviously we're not building new houses. Oh, no, we can even check. We can even check the Labour to-do list. Let's have a look. Right. So, number of gangs smashed, 0. New homes, just in the England, is 0 out of 1.5 million built. Chagos Island deal, which is weird at the moment, pause. It hasn't been voted on yet. As I record this, winter fuel payments stolen, PIP disability reform on the dodge. Whilst women not compensated, post office but not compensated, farmers' inheritance stolen, fishermen sold out, beat the Tories and the highest taxes ever. Right, so it's not. It's something new that is the final straw. So, so let me just double check on the statement here. So Charlie Boy has the power to dissolve Parliament, whether or not the PM wants it. So, will Charlie Boy? That's the light bulb moment. Ace of Wands. The magician manifesting it into being. Moving on. I think it's an ultimatum. It feels as if it's clear what people want to manifest. And the only way to move on, like, either you call, it's one of them ultimatums, like either you, and this feels like to Rainer, either you call this, general election and dissolve the parliament, or I will, kind of entity, kind of feeling. I think that's where this is going. But this is the final scandal. This is proper big. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we. Hold on, what's this? Finish off with these. I've just done you. I've already done you. That's what she said. That didn't work at all. God, I dread to think how long. Bloody hell! This probably could be the longest reading ever. But this feels like proper downfall of many people. I'm seeing handcuffs for these three of cups. So right, let's finish off with these, and then we'll get the hell out of here. All right. So here we go. Broom, new home, new attitude, sweeping away. Exactly. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Well, we've got enough changes going on here, haven't we? I've just been flipping it. Okay, that was a bit violent, my dears. Shield, you need to defend yourself. Yeah, exactly. Judicial. For the greater good. It was all done for the greater good. We didn't realise. We didn't know. Oh, that one definitely wants to come out. Flowers, happiness. So, defending yourself, judicial. Mule, stubbornness. That's the Four of Pentacles, pretty much. Security blanket, holding on for dear life. Kangaroo in reverse. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead, but it's in reverse. Which means, like, that's pretty much happy, joy, isn't it? That's that celebration that we're kind of Broom, new home, new attitude, new way forward. Funeral. Oh, funnel. Oh, thank goodness. Sorry, I had a dyslexic moment there. I had a dyslexic moment. I have those. I'm a professional dyslexic. Don't worry. It just happens. Because it was like, when I thought it said funeral, I was like, no way. We were talking about excess deaths and stuff. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And the final one, coins, money will be coming to you. So the wealth of it. That's that on there. The compensation, the back and forth. Yeah. That's that one there. Kind of in its upright state. We've got Wheel of Fortune underneath there. We've got Universe underneath. Oh, shut up. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Sun card. Tower, shut up. Shut up. The Sun. How many times do we need the Sun card today? How many times do we need the Tower card today? Sharing the wealth, the Ten of Pentacles, which is basically the Six of Pentacles, sharing the wealth, like we say, compensating, that kind of thing. Wheel of Fortune upright, infinite growth, infinite possibilities. Nothing about civil unrest. This is ultimatum. This is you go or we'll make you go. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this reading, thank you very much. Please thummy like. It generally helps out the channel. This is probably the longest reading I've ever done on this channel. This is crazy. I didn't realize what the time was. It was just like I was focusing on the energy. If you're new here, please subscribe, dingling that bell. Come and join the Greatest Good Village. But and comment down below what your suggestions for future readings and things like that. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.